Hey everybody, so the last few days have been pretty rough. Yesterday went pretty well. Basically, all I did was take the light and intensity and convert it from a text box or from a slider to a text box. So now today, what I want to do is convert that or is enable or start enabling animations on the intensity so that I can have kind of a light that comes in and out like that. Either a spotlight that's sort of doing that or like a point light that's sort of radiating out in different directions. It's been a while since I've done one of these conversions. I don't really remember how long they take. I think they usually take more than one session. So I would go in. The first step is always to go into this interface for the light and just convert that from a number to a animation property descriptor. If you haven't been around, basically the animation property descriptor has a start value and end value and whether it's animated or not, and it's always animated. I don't believe you even have the ability to turn it off at the property level. So at some point I might actually remove that. I don't know. And then, well, yeah, there's no reason to get into all that stuff. So basically, I want to take intensity and make that this. And what'll happen is there will be some TypeScript breakages. Unfortunately, it doesn't catch everything, but it does catch quite a bit. So basically, it's saying that in this guy, what the number is not assignable to type. So this is when we set it up to begin with. So we go over here, intensity is equal to intensity. And then I believe what I need to do is something like this. So intensity dot start position, start value is equal to intensity. So that's the first one. Let's make this a little bit bigger down here. So we'll save that and wait to see what comes up next. Same thing here. This is on the add light in the service. Okay, so 3 light intensity is equal to start item dot intensity dot start value. So basically, on the other side, in the component, I'm updating it to the start value to save the value into the start value, and then in the service. I'm kind of surprised because I know there's more things broken. Oh, it's because I went with the top. Let's do this one. Light Manager component. So we're back to the component. Yeah, and that makes sense. But we, instead of start value defaulting to 0, I'm going to default it to 1. It looks like I missed a bracket. Hit save. Let's see what we get next. We're back into the service again. So let's go back to the service. Intense light. Okay, so light is actually a 3D, and light item is our thing. So we want to actually set the light to the start value. This is not in animation, right? This is an update. Yeah. So when we update it, now we want to update with a start value. And now it worked. Now it compiled. That does not cover everything. And let's see what it did catch. Okay, so it caught in the. Okay, so I changed the interface in the ThreeJS service. It caught that during add light to set it there, and during update light to set it properly. And then in the light manager during add light, it sets it properly. During the value changes update, it set properly. Now I'm kind of surprised because I thought there was like an initialization. Oh, I guess this is the initialization. All right, so that worked. Now it's not going to work. I don't think anything will be broken. It'll be interesting to see if something breaks. Okay, so let's go ahead and just add a light. You're not going to be able to see it because there's nothing for it to. Okay, so yeah, that's right. This breaks as well. Um, so that will be in the form of the light manager. So basically, it's showing an object there. So intensity form, filled form. Um, see, how did we do that up here? Because I know like left and right and all those guys are. Forgot how I do that. Oh, okay, I think you do that in here when you set up the form control. That's right. So right here, we set up the form group, and we need to set it with the start value. The compiler did not catch that. Um, should it have? I don't know. I didn't set. I believe there's a way you can actually set the type, and maybe if I had set the type, it would have caught that. I really probably should migrate over to that light. That's still an object over here. Um, so let's say, okay, let's do another search. Let's do a search for intensity because something else is not being updated. It's probably during the update. Um, um, yeah, there we go. Patch value. Okay, so yeah, we need to use the start value, not that. Let's try it again. Try her again. Let her rip. Let's see. Here we go. Add light, edit form. Open this up, and there we are. So that looks good. Now, I don't think in the animation. Oh, let's animate this guy. I don't think in the animation side, intensity is a value that we allow. Yeah. So basically, there's during the in the scene interface in the animation interface, this gets pretty complicated. And basically animation interface properties explicit. So I think I need to add or start value to this list. No, or intensity. What we're trying to do is get this intensity. We're trying to get intensity to show up in this drop down. See, I think everything else is cool in here. Okay. So save. Now I can't remember how. Let's go to the animation manager. Here, and then so this is a list of, where are you? Oh, app animation items. So let's come in here. So this is a list of, okay, here's our select button and menu items. Okay, so let's go look at menu items. Menu items. Menu item values is equal to 3 animation menu item values. All right, let's go see what that's all about. So this is launched from this signal, and it's animation service menu items. Go to definition, and here we go. Menu property as I'm gonna. No, I guess I'll just shut that down. So the name is X position, Y position, red, green, blue, and I guess we want intensity. Okay, so this is the property in ThreeJS, and I'm pretty sure it's called intensity. So I believe, okay, so this is what we are going to see in the screen. I'm trying to remember this. And then the item value, I believe, is where it is in the item side, like in the light object. And I believe that's called intensity. And it's lowercase. And then the 3 property, I'm pretty sure is called intensity. And then I don't think it has a sub. Is it really the only one that doesn't have a sub property? All right. Let's go ahead and comment this out. Okay, supported props dictionary. Green color. Okay, so light is the only one that supports intensity. All right, so, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go look at 3 property because we need to fix that. I don't know if I could finish this all today. 3 properties, go to definition. So we now support intensity. Looks like intensity might be a little bit different than everybody else because it seems like everything else is kind of has a sub property, but I don't think intensity does. I think intensity is just intensity. And instead of a comma, I need to have a or. All right. So then let's hit back. So it's happy with that now. I'm just going to put that as an empty. Okay, so 3 sub properties. And it seems like empty needs to be one. Because position has got a sub property because it's the sub property of position is X. Look at background has the colors, the R, G, and B. Rotation's got the X, Y, and Z, and then intensity I think is the first one that doesn't have anything. So I think I'm gonna have it be represented with an empty. And so now that's happy. Now in our supported properties dictionary, the only thing that's that we're going to add intensity, and the only thing that is supported by intensity is it intensity? Is lights. So basically nothing else should be shown other than lights in the drop down for this. Now, I don't think this is actually going to work. And the reason I don't think it's going to work is I think everything else assumes that there's a sub property. So let's do this. Add light, edit, and then mark that as animated. And let's come back to animations. Let's see, do we have intensity? We have intensity, so that was good. And so we'll see that it isn't doing anything with the intensity right now, even though it wants to start at 1 and end at 0. Um, so what happens if we add a mesh? Oops, wrong one. So we definitely, it is work. So the animation, there's two things that have to happen here. One is the actual animation needs to um, respect this. You know, it needs to respect the authority of 1 and 0. So I know we have animation code. I believe it is in the ThreeJS service still, the code that actually does animations. Let's see, and it used to be towards the bottom. Update mesh. Are we in? Oh, we're in mesh service for some crazy reason. Let's go backwards. Yeah, so basically in this, so the animating, the actual animating of things happens in here in this animation callback. And basically, lights. Okay, so we have this lights and we update lights for time. So, and that's in the animation service. So let's go ahead and go there. And so you see that here all that stuff is the animations are set. Um, so basically they have a sort of a velocity or a speed. Z speed. Yeah, I guess it's a speed because all it is, it doesn't have a direction. It's equal to 0. So it's, and then we check to see if the light item intensity. So that's always true. Oh, intensity. And then, so the intensity speed is equal to the intensities end value intensities start value divided by animation time. So that's how fast it's changing. If the whole, it like, if the entire thing takes 10 seconds, then you know that where it is on intensity from where it's starting, where it's ending is determined there. And then light dot intensity, I believe there's no dot, right? Two fixed, two string, yeah. Equals, and it's not a set, right? No. Equals light item dot intensity dot start value plus, or I guess I multiply it by 1 just to make sure that it is because it's not like a character plus intensity speed times time. And then, oh, I don't need that, I guess. And that should animate it. I don't think this will update though. I think there's something else we need to do to make that update. It's been a minute since I did anything like this. Let's go ahead and add our mesh. Move it to -2. Turn it into a Fong. Add a light. And then turn its intensity. Animate it. And now, oh, so it is, the animation is working. Now, I don't think this guy, yeah, so this guy, oh, let's go to, I don't think it's going to be able to calculate that. Yeah, I can't calculate it. It's probably even throwing an error. Error, cannot read. Yeah, that makes sense. So basically, it's trying to find, let's see. Let's see. Make this 2. There we go. So, you know, for the filtered property intensity, it's looking for row type. Okay, supported. Okay, so that actually seems like that shouldn't be a problem. So I wonder what, cannot read property undefined reading includes. Was that just a one-off? All right, let's go back to our source code. Yeah, that seems like that was a one-off because, I don't know. So the supported dictionary does not have, okay, let's hit enter. See what our filtered property is intensity, okay, and supported dict. Has these things in it. And I could have sworn in supported dict we added a intensity. Yeah, there's intensity. Oh, did I misspell it? Intensity. That's fancy. All right. So spelling. There's a reason I got probably a C- in spelling in 4th grade. Because I don't spell well. But let's go. Animation service. Control F dict. And then density. Let's see what breaks now. I think I'm probably way over time. Yeah, 23 minutes. So I'll probably finish this up tomorrow. I actually have made some personal commitments to do some stuff this evening. And so I'm going to have to bail here in a second. But let's just see where we're at before. Right. Add the light edit form. My dogs are excited because I'm going to make sure I take them out for a good long walk before I bail on them. Okay. Oh, so we actually got 0, 0, 0. Oh, now I'm looking at the wrong thing. I was so happy. Okay, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Nothing, not a surprise, but nothing broke. So I guess it just didn't find it. So yeah, so we'll have to dig into that and figure out why it can't calculate it. I think it's probably looking for a sub value. I think I'm gonna have to add some special code so that because I think this is the first thing that has ever been animated that doesn't have an actual sub property. So that's what I think is happening. Um, that's I think this was pretty good though. At least it is in fact. Um, in fact, okay, I have to try something. I'm sorry. I have to try something. Um, let's close this one. -5. And then let's see. I don't know why we don't see it though. That's weird. I added a mesh. Oh, okay. It looks like. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, -5. Oh, we can't see it because it's since it's farther away from it, it's teeny tiny. So like, make this 10, make this 10, and then turn it into a Fong. That is really interesting. I think oh, so the light's getting bigger. The shadow stays the same. I would have thought, well, maybe the shadow should stay the same, but the stuff around it. Um, okay, I'm really playing with fire here. Okay, so I'm gonna make the Z position to 2. Okay, yeah, see, that's what I was thinking would happen. Okay, that's happening, and now let's change it to a spotlight. And see, now you can kind of see some little circles and stuff around there. Let's change this starting intensity to 4. So that's pretty trippy. Anyways, yeah, so there's that. In tomorrow's video, basically, I'm just going to figure out how to get the number over here for intensity to actually update, to print and update. It shouldn't be that hard. And then that'll be that. Happy coding, everybody. Bye.